What's going on, guys? Now, I know week one is still in progress, but we have to talk about last night's game. We need to discuss a lot that's going on, and last night was a big surprise for many of us. So let me get into the whole point that occurred. The fact that the Giants lost was a really tough loss. It was a really good game. Giants played really well. The defense, on the other hand, the secondary, like I said from the beginning, the secondary is not a good secondary. We do not have a strong secondary. So teams will beat us because of this situation. But I'm not disappointed in the Giants. I do think, one loss is just a loss, and it's not a big deal. We still got plenty of games to go. But let me get into the fantasy point of this. Now, watching the game last night and going through the fantasy back and forth, I was able to see that the ladies have shocked the world. Right now, it's only, keep in mind, we still got plenty of games to go. But the point is the points they grabbed were pretty impressive. Let's look into this one major situation when we have Late At Ass's team goes and starts Tony Romo over Roethlisberger, and I'm wondering, is this a good decision? Personally, the way I feel, I do think it's a very good decision because Tony Romo kills the Giants all the time, and everybody bashes Tony Romo, and I gotta tell you, he's not a bad quarterback. He's very good, and he does kill the Giants. He just usually never beats the Giants. Problem is he finally beat the Giants, but he does score a lot of points. Now, so that was a great pickup. The fact that she put Tony Romo in and Dez Bryant had a very good game. He didn't score, but he still had a really good game, and it shows that Dez Bryant will have a good season this year. Now, get it over to Sophia's team with the Lotus Flower Bob. You have Eli Manning, Bradshaw, and Cruz, and Eli had a very good game yesterday, so I'm very impressed with that. Bradshaw scored a touchdown yesterday. Now, to be honest with you, I'm predicting him not to have a very good season. The fact that David Wilson went and fumbled the ball, that changed a lot and made Bradshaw come in and play pretty much the rest of the game because you really didn't see David Wilson after that. I think he returned a kickoff, and that was about it. He didn't really continue on playing. So Victor Cruz surprised me yesterday, but then again, I did say that I do feel Victor Cruz is not going to be able to repeat last year. He dropped the ball, I think, 3 or 4 times. The problem with that was they were easy catches. He should have caught it. I think one of them hit him right dead smack in the numbers. The other one hit him right in the hands. As a professional football player, you got to be able to make these catches. But I have nothing against Victor Cruz. I'm a huge fan of Victor Cruz, and I think Victor Cruz is going to have a very good season this year. So just because he probably just got a little nervous doesn't mean anything to me. Now, moving on to the other situation of what Irita's team with Jody Sanchez, with DeMarco Murray, whom I traded away, and who was the other guy? Miles Austin. And Austin was very quiet the rest of the game. He was very, very quiet, but he scored a touchdown. The fact that he scored a touchdown means you get more points. DeMarco Murray had a rush for over 130 yards. It's very good, and it's a great way to start off the fantasy week. Right now, the ladies are in front. Obviously, because most of us haven't played it, except Shane. But like I said, the fact was that you had the Giants defense. They were doing good. They were doing good, but the secondary is really bad. And I'm not impressed with secondary. And for a long time, I haven't been impressed with the secondary. So it's nothing special. But they had a good game. And we honestly should have won that game because the Miles Austin catch should have been stopped. A lot of thing with DeMarco Murray was able to fucking fly, bounce off half of these tackles, and just take off. And the tackles got to get done. So Shane, I do feel bad for you for getting just 4 points, but keep in mind you still got a long way to go. You still got a lot of guys playing. Sophia only had, I think she had 3 guys. Oh, Tynes too was kicking for her. So that's 4 people right there. So she still only got 5 guys left. You still have 8 people to play. You still have a great shot of actually beating her. And like I said, I'm predicting Shane to win. So right now, I'm still rooting for you, Shane, and I hope you pull this off, because if you don't, I'm going to be really disappointed in you because I'm picking you. And I really want to keep my picks, and I want to make sure that I get all these right, especially when I'm picking myself, beating Alex, which I'm still sticking with. Now, getting into this whole fact that we still got Sunday to go. But keep in mind, this is the first time these 3 ladies, we have 3 women in our fantasy football league, and these 3 ladies right now, they're doing pretty good. I'm very impressed. The fact that these moves are getting made. I've noticed, and if you look down on the site, you notice there's been a lot of adds and drops. You got the Rumblers who finally started doing some moves. I mean, you got an illegal lineup. You got to start making moves. I had to take away and do some shit for him because obviously nothing was gonna happen, and I'm not giving it away like that. You're not just gonna walk away with an illegal lineup versus a good lineup. You're gonna get your points. It's not how it works. It's not how you're getting your wins. You're gonna play against, and you're gonna get competition. So, truth be told, the guy's got to take over his team. If he doesn't take over his team, we're gonna have to settle something else. Now, let's get back to the game. I'm talking about this guy Ogletree. Ogletree. Nobody knows who this fucking guy is. This guy played very well last night. And the best part is we were sitting there watching the game, okay? And I see this guy make a catch, make a touchdown. I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, this no-name guy. I mean, probably just was wide open. Shit happens. But then he did it again, and he got another touchdown. Now, I know for a fact, everybody watching the game was thinking, fuck is Ogletree? Makes another catch, gets a touchdown. You know what? I gotta pick this guy up because obviously Tony Romo trusts him. If Tony Romo trusts him, then you gotta look out for him. But it was too late. Ogletree now plays with the trees. Mark made a good pickup, and I do feel that Ogletree's going to have a very good season. As you can see, Tony Romo trusts him. When you're trusted by your quarterback, you will have a good season. That's the whole point of being a good receiver. You need your quarterback to trust you. Guy didn't really drop any passes. Guy was catching the ball left and right. He would come out of nowhere. That's why our defense just doesn't understand that you got to hold it down. So, whatever. The fact now is that he's playing with Mark. Mark's picked him up. It's a good pickup, and I think he's going to help Mark out a lot. Now, like I said, with the whole situation with the girls are looking good so far, and I'm very impressed with the moves that we make. I noticed that Lena picked up the backup for Marshawn Lynch, which is a very good pickup because the fact is we don't know if Marshawn Lynch is going to play on Sunday. So by having his backup, that's how you play fantasy football. You pay attention, you pick up your players. I don't think she did it. I think she probably had somebody do it for her. But the fact is it happened, and that's how you play fantasy football. I noticed Alex dropped the Minnesota Vikings. Don't know why you dropped the Minnesota Vikings, but you picked up Buffalo. Buffalo playing against the Jets. It's good enough. It's good enough, and you know what? I'm still going to beat you, regardless if you have Buffalo in. I noticed that you put the Detroit Lions in, and it's good, and the Detroit Lions have very good, very, very, very good defense, but I'm still going to beat you. So that doesn't matter to me. A lot of things were changed. A lot of people making fun of with Jason Witten, and I guess the fact is that nobody knew if he was going to play or not. Turns out he's playing. He didn't really have that great of a game. He's still hurt. Yeah, keep right. Jason Witten's still hurt, but Jason Witten's going to have a decent season. Not an amazing season, definitely not a great season, but he's going to have a decent season. But the fact is, he's getting fucking old, and they have way faster, way better receivers. He's still a big guy. He still knows how to play. He's still one of the best tight ends in the league. But things are going to change, and we'll see what goes on when it comes with the Cowboys. But otherwise, we pretty much checked out how everything does. Like I said, a lot of drops. A lot of additions to teams, and it's looking good so far, and I honestly can't wait for Sunday when we're really going to see if the guys, us, we can pull out and we can take these women down because, like I said, number one, this is a men's sport, it's a men's league, but you know what? The 3 females right now, they're looking like they're going to be tough to beat, and I'm telling you, next week is going to be even more interesting because it's going to flip-flop around. We're going to see if people can handle it. So, right now, you made good week 1 decisions. Can you make good week 2 decisions? Can you make a good season decision? Right now, your girls are looking really good. I'm really impressed. I'm actually really happy about it because it makes fantasy football fun, and it makes doing this league even more fun, and we're going to try to keep this going for as long as we possibly can. But like I said, we still got 1 season. We got to get this 1 season over. The big trophy's going to come in. You're going to get your trophy. You can brag all the fuck you want, make as many videos as you want, and just talk a bunch of shit. I am encouraging. I want trash talking. Talk shit. This is what makes it fun. Talk as much shit. You can be racist. You can be sexist. I don't care. You can say that I am a cracker. You can call Alex a nigga. You can do whatever the fuck you want. Okay? But be careful when you're talking to Mark because Mark's a little white. He's not all the way black, but he likes to smoke weed. Shane comes from Coney Island, so we can't say too much shit. He might try and destroy or possibly kill us. So we're going to try to do the nice thing that we can do. But you want to be sexist? Go right ahead. I don't personally care. You can be as racist as you want. It doesn't matter to me. I want trash talking, trash talking, trash talking. Keep on talking trash because we need to have fun with this league. And don't take anything serious that we're saying because this is the point of it. It's all a bunch of fun. We want to have we're going to have a good time this year. I'm really excited for this. Every Sunday, I'm going to have football at my house. If anybody is willing to come down and watch the games, we could talk more shit over there. and we can do whatever the fuck we want. But we're going to have a good time this season. And like I said, since last night's game, football's back. Fantasy football's back. The Nexus is the first time we're going to do this, and we're going to keep this fucking going. We got the entire season ahead of us, and Sunday is going to be where it really shows if everybody can stand their ground. And like I said, I'm not changing my picks. I'm still going with the same teams. I got the Trees. I got Dirty Sanchez. Got Touchdown Bundy. Lay that ass. And of course, the Coney Island's finest. I'm still sticking with my picks. And like I said, I will see you next week. We will have a recap of what happened. We will discuss Week 2 matchups. And of course, I'm going to have a special appearance. And of course, I'm going to have that special guest.